personal and private trader over 20 years. I do teach trading and long-term investing. This is one of my shorter term charts that I use. I have discussed this many times for the past 10 years in Winston-Salem and revealed these charts and how simple they are to use. Unfortunately, I think it's best that you can look at this and understand what's happening. What is it that I see that makes trading simple? Stop fishing around, just be consistent. Above all things, consistency and persistence will pay off for you as a trader. You must have a long-term outlet. Let me explain from the bottom up what this chart is doing for me, and it can do for you. I will make mention that 2 of these chart setups and indicators are proprietary. I have been using them for well over 10 years. I had invented them for use, an algorithm for use on another platform, but with some adaptation they are working just fine here. Other of these indicators are available through the Think and Swim platform. You may have to make some changes, but with the right know-how and some tutelage, you'll do just fine. What does a chart do for me? It tells me what's happened in the past and the potential probability of what's going to happen in the future. You've got to know where a chart has been, where a stock or underlying has been on the long term. Here's 1 year, 1 day. I'm trading here PAGP. Very inexpensive. It's called Plains GP Holdings Partnership. It's trading for $11.73. Can you imagine that? Very inexpensive. I'm not here to advocate the fundamentals of this stock or any others. I'm letting you know what I see and how I'm able to trade profitably. Let's go out to a shorter time, 90 days, 2 hours. Look, so we're going to start at the bottom, and here in the bottom is a very active and essential volume indicator. This is not my own. This is available through Enigma Trades. But what's happening here? There's 2 other things happening here that give me a good indication of the value of this stock then and now. I have a price and volume trend, which is the light blue line, and then the somewhat yellow or goldenrod line is the price or volume flow indicator. The time settings are the ones of my choosing. I'd like to know the long term, and as you see into the present day, we can see that volume is moving up on both the price volume trend and the volume flow indicator. That can lead to a great opportunity for setup. Here is the general market judged by the SPXU, both long and short. If I take you to a shorter timetable, you'll be able to see just how well that works. It tells us where the SPS is heading at the beginning of a week or any time during the week, and then we have arrows to tell us when it's moving down. This is the SPX, or the SPY as you know it, the S&P. When it's about to move down, when it's losing strength, and its converse or inverse trading vehicle, the SPXU, which I also trade. And then we move into the Volatility Box, which is not my indicator, but it's a combination of some of the more popular tech stocks. I'm not here to advertise for them either, but when they're losing power, it tends to upset the NASDAQ market. And they're losing momentum, they're losing price, they are moving down in today's market for the past couple of weeks. And here once again we have the True Strength Index, which is a popular indicator for some traders. It's kind of a momentum indicator, and we see it's moving up toward the top of this box here that we're using, or sell, and then starts moving flat. I'm not here to discuss each and every one of these, all the minutiae of each indicator. I want to get you started and understand what I see. And then here's my favorite, the custom think script, Dave's 90%. Been using this for many years on other platforms. I can trade singularly with this indicator. And here are some common indicators. You can read more about them on your own. I'm not here to discuss them, but I will tell you that together, if I have two confirming indicators, I will go long, or if they don't confirm, I will pull away from a trade. I will either sell or be prepared to sell or change my position. So on a 2-hour chart, what's happened here? Hold on. This tells me that I have an order in to sell 6 puts up in here because I already am holding a long put position as insurance. So here we go back about 3 weeks, and you can see here the S&P is moving up. I see price and volume trend moving up. I see volume flow indicator moving up. And here is the price. Started out 983. It's been 3 weeks ago. It was moving up, kind of took a break, a breather, and went flat. My custom script led me into that week 3 weeks ago. All red arrows down. Either I would be purchasing puts or just staying out of a trade. My first green arrow in anticipation of a trend up. It clearly was well timed, and it lasted from Tuesday till the following Tuesday, and then quit on a Wednesday. That's a good 7 days of trading. I did not enter the position then. We have a few down arrows, and once again a minor trend up. And here's my first green arrow on my own trader, even in spite of the fact that the S&P, or SPX, was trading down in price, and its inverse was trading up. So the market was down, general market on the S&P, and this stock is starting to take off. I stay in the position as long as I have these green arrows. It's moved up, and then I have 2 days of down arrows. I did not take a breather, and I'll show you why. This is the chart I trade on. This is 30 minutes and 10 days. Plenty of time to trade 2 weeks worth of option contracts. And what happens on this 10-day chart at 30 minutes? There is a very bold, large white arrow. That's an up arrow. This is a VWAP 20 bar at 1.8. It almost synchronizes with my first green arrow, even though the colored bars or the candles are red. I'm coming out of a down movement. I don't have support for buying into this security. Here's my first day of support, and I have a confirming arrow here. Well, these are based on price, volume, and timing. Once again, even in a market that was presently, the S&P was selling off. Potentiality of the S&P moving up, which it did. Look, the S&P has been up and down, and so is the Dow. I took a long position in here by selling puts. It holds its own. Price is flat, but even with price flat and down bars, my indicator is telling me to hold. hold, hold, hold for an up or buy or long position. I held this position throughout, even in a down market. Other indicators are saying, look, the market is lowering. The S&P's had sold off. It's down here. I stayed in this position, and I'll show you what and how I did. Just a few contracts. PAGP, $300 for the week. Small position, 8 contracts. I have another 6 contracts scheduled to sell tomorrow, supported by this holdover 8 long put contracts at $10. Fairly simple. Pardon me if I'm not doing the best job of explaining it. This is